Gotta get out of my head, gotta get out of my bed. Gotta stop worrying about all my problems and focus on finding solutions instead. Change up the vision, been on a mission to count on my blessings instead of my bread. I've been addicted to better in every component I know I control before I'm dead. Finally figure I've been that. If I'm talking, I'm making an impact. If it's hate on the way, then I skip that. If I said it, you know that I meant that. And in fact, I won't be throwing no stones, rather be setting the tone. Oh man, I gotta get it, I'm grown, even if it's on my own. Oh man, enemies trying to get rid of me, tendencies that'll turn kin to the enemy. Pretend to be with the team, here's my remedy. Focus on me and the things God getting me. Seeds planted, grow my entities, been going hard. The intensity, how that work out, splendidly. Focus on me and the things God getting me.
What is up, people? What is going on? We are back with another episode of Monarch. Got my homeboy Brandman in the house. Brandman, what's up? Tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Oh, definitely. You can find us on YouTube under Spoiler Kings, also on Facebook, same name, Spoiler Kings, and Spoiler Kings Review on Instagram.
Absolutely, 100%. I am Bigger Ford Entertainment. You guys know where to find me. Obviously, now I am on Chaos Central because I got a copyright strike on my channel, so I can't really stream on there right now. I'll tell you this, man. I was doing the verses, and there was like 5, 6 other people doing verses, and I was the only one that got copyright and taken down.
Man.
Bro,
Isn't that some shit?
I was pissed. All right,
Man,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'd be seeing red.
I was all night. I was seeing so red that I'm like, when we get to the Daredevil roundtable tomorrow, I am going to go off on that show. I didn't. I'll say it here because ain't no one really watching right now. But I didn't hate it. But tomorrow I'm going to talk about how trash it was.
Man, I don't even blame you. I don't even blame you, dude.
What'd you think of it?
One bit of Daredevil.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a good start. It was nice that I was surprised that things actually happened on this episode. I liked that. You know, it said it was a good start for hopefully a potentially better season. I don't even think season 1 was necessarily bad per se, but it was just frustrating. It was a frustrating watch because every time it seemed like something was going to happen, and it took several steps backward.
And 100%.
You know, you'd probably tuned in to our channel whenever we talked about it, and I've said multiple times that the frustrating thing about it is it was basically just a trailer for the next season, and I prefer it when they just focus on telling the current story. You know, it was. I don't think I've ever been blueballed by a show like that.
I feel you, and I wasn't a big fan of season 1, and again, I thought season 2, the first episode was okay. I thought it was a little bit boring at times, you know, but yeah, the front and the beginning of it and the end were okay. But yeah, I'm pissed right now, so I got to trash something. So it's definitely gonna be Daredevil tomorrow. That's for sure.
Man, I get it. Trust me, I don't even blame you.
I'm looking to go see the Zazie Beetz movie.
They Will Kill You. I kind of want to see that actually.
I want to see it too. I might go tomorrow. We'll see how it does. Maybe not, but I might go tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but guys, we are. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it kind of looks like a fun movie. I might give it a shot. At some point.
You know, it's gonna have the same kind of tropes and stuff in it or whatever, but at least it looks like it's going to be a little bit entertaining. So I'll check that out for sure. But guys, we are here to talk about the previous episode of Monarch. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
So first off, Brandman, what were your thoughts on this episode?
It kind of dragged at times, but I like what they're kind of getting at more than I did the episode itself, if that makes sense.
100%, because to me personally, I think this is the first episode that I really didn't like.
Yeah, it didn't land for me as much as I was hoping it would. Like the whole time, this is the way I'm sitting while I'm watching the whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
me too.
it was it was okay.
Hmm. And
Um,
I was so annoyed with some of the characters. And
mhm.
I'll say when they started to have the heart to hearts, I said, okay, someone's dying. I said
Yeah,
someone's gonna die this episode. You know?
same. They really lean full on into the soap opera
Oh,
drama.
100%.
They just went for it. That's what they went for. If we're being honest, first and foremost.
100%. Because the episode starts off, right? And it starts off, and I'm telling you, the family dynamics and stuff are really starting to confuse me. I'm like, okay, this is that father, this is the mother. Okay, wait, that's the stepfather, and I'm just like, man, this is starting to get complicated, boy.
Right.
I can't keep track of the relationships anymore.
Mhm.
You know. So the episode starts off, and we get to I can't even remember his name right now, but you know he's on the phone and he's talking to his son, and he's telling his daughter actually, and he's telling his daughter, "Don't worry, he's gonna be back," and everything like that, and he sings her the song, and then he gets off the phone and goes and and gets to his son. What do you think of this scene?
That was cold blooded.
Diabolical, bro.
That was diabolical. I was like, for real, dude. I'm like, Jesus.
Same.
You didn't even wait. You know.
Same, 100%. And then we see him saying, "Oh, you know, I'm not gonna leave you," to his son, and then it flashes back to the picture of the daughter lying alone in the bed. I was like,
Mhm.
"Damn, that's messed up, bro." Like, it was all the signs were there that one child was going to be neglected, and of
Mhm.
course, it was what's her name, Kate?
Kate. Mhm.
Kate, yeah, and it was going to be Kate. I just thought that was a bitch move. Let's just put it that way. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
totally.
I get it if you know, have a child out of wedlock or something like that, but regardless of anything, they're both your child, right? And you got to spend as much time with each child as possible and not make one feel neglected or and I was like, man, no wonder why they don't like you.
Right. Mhm.
So,
Um.
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you. That's all.
Now, another part is we come back after the intro and he's talking to his mom and he's all upset because his mom had an affair and he did the same thing. This is what I
Mhm.
was like, okay, this is what we're like. This is the soap opera shit that this episode had that really pissed me off. Because at the end of the day, bro, you did the same thing. So why you mad at your mom?
Why are you mad at your mom? Right. Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense to me. What do you think about his reaction?
It. I had to do a double take, and I even had to rewind the scene because of that fact. I'm like, wait, you're so why is it okay when you do it? It's
Hmm.
not okay when someone else does it. Like,
And
Jesus.
And the worst part about his mom didn't even call it out because I would have been like, listen, bro, you mad at me, but
Uh,
I didn't have a child with another woman at least or another man. You had another whole
you
child and
had a.
family, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I made a mistake, but you had a whole different family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit worse than what I did. I would have
Yeah.
told him straight up,
Yeah. She went too easy on him.
100%.
Mhm.
Then we get to um damn, I keep forgetting her name too. The black girl, anyways, and she's with her mom, and she's
Um.
going to Apex. Yeah, what's her name?
Um. Cora. Cora.
Mary? Cora. Shit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We get to Cora with her mom, and they're going to Apex. And I think they did something towards the end of this episode where I was like, yeah, why the hell would you even trust this? You know what I mean? Like, they're
Yeah.
keeping secrets from Monarch, and you're acting like, oh, we're trying to do good.
Yeah. I'm trying to kind of figure out what the end game is with her character on this season, because yeah, just her going along with it with everything, just really has me like all right, hang on, huh? Like there the payoff better be worth it.
100%. And that's at least what I was kind of hoping to get, but it seems like these characters are doing a lot more stupid ish in this season than
Mhm.
last season, where it's like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. You know what I
I
mean?
definitely agree with that.
You
100%
know,
agree with that.
you know what type, because you even talked about your mom in the first season, right? You left and everything, you took the cold, you didn't trust her, and then you're looking like this and you're like, oh well, maybe what we're doing can work. But at the same time, you know who Apex is, you know who your mom is, right?
Mhm.
So it just was weird to me, but I guess it's part of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. And, what's the character's name? Brenda, is it?
Yeah, Brenda.
Yeah, holy crap, didn't realize she was working with that much, if you know what I mean. Um,
Oh, the part where they're walking to, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
um,
I wrote on that part too. I wrote on
mhm.
that part too. Like, wait a minute. It was
I'm
jiggly and shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, "Alright, didn't notice that at first, alright."
Same here.
Um, I think I find myself, kind of actually kinda considering her to be kind of one of the more interesting characters that I
Mm-hmm.
kinda wanna learn more about with each episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like, give her more time in the sun. I kind of find her character to be kind of, c from a moral standpoint, it kinda seems like she kinda walks the line.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'd be interested in learning more about that character in particular.
Me
I
too,
think
because
mhm.
towards the end, it seemed like she actually cared. You know what I mean? Like she was like, "Oh my
Exactly.
gosh, yeah." So I agree with you. I agree
Mhm.
with you. It's like, is she really trying to help, or does she have a secret agenda? Which I don't believe she does. I believe the Indian guy. What's his name?
Um, Jason something?
Yeah, I believe he has an agenda because he took off with some of the things and he was just gone by himself, right? So he
Mhm.
has the agenda, and I think she's actually trying to do good. So I'm right there with you. I'd like to see more of her in the show too. Get
Yep.
to know exactly if she's like really bad or she's really trying to help.
Me too. Me too.
We get we get to Shaw, and Shaw's having a conversation, and Shaw's pretty much telling him that, listen, that's your mom, right? And if you keep holding on to this grudge, you're going to miss getting to know the best person in this world. And I think this was the first scene where I was like, okay, one of these two are gonna die. I kind of thought it was Shaw, but I was like, I don't
Mhm.
think it's gonna be Shaw. But I had a feeling that one of these two are gonna die just as off of this conversation alone.
I thought the same, and I think I just assumed that it wasn't gonna be Shaw, just
Hmm.
because he just has so much plot armor to me, even though
Oh yeah.
he's constantly like we were talking about earlier. Anytime a Titan or a monster shows up, he will spend several business days just posted, not moving, staring at it, and then at
Uh-huh.
the 11th hour, oh, maybe I should start moving.
Facts.
It never fails.
And you know his old ass ain't running fast enough to
It-
outrun anything, right?
exactly,
And in talking about the
exactly.
plot armor, there's one part in this where, because when the little creatures, the baby titans, start coming around, right? Well, we seen them. They attack someone, they eat it, right? They're running off, they eat off the human, and sure enough, they just totally run over Shaw and don't do nothing
Mm,
to him. And then I'm like, wait a
nothing.
minute, why are you hurt then? Because nothing happened to you. But he's like, oh, my leg. I was like, bro, really? Well, nah, no,
Exactly.
no, 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 no.
Mhm.
At that age, even one little drop can mess up your leg. So I can get that.
Exactly.
I can get
Exactly.
that.
That's why with him I'm always like, really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Definite plot armor, 100%. I agree.
mhm. Yeah, but yeah, I kind of yeah, throughout the episode I'm like, yeah, someone's a goner at the end of this by
Facts.
the end of I
100%.
from like off the rip, you know, like I'm like something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, nobody ever really died in the show yet, right? So it was bound to happen. Someone was gonna die,
Yeah.
and we got a death in this episode.
Yeah. Everyone was surviving. I didn't. I think so much so that I was kind of starting to get comfortable, or a
Yeah,
little too comfortable that everyone was safe.
same, same. It was like one of those shows where it's like, okay, nobody's gonna die in this show, right? Okay, I get it. Whatever, it is. But um, the father's kind of insignificant anyway, so it wasn't a big deal for him dying, right? I was like, whatever. It is
Mhm.
what it is. But we
Oh yeah.
get to um, shit. I keep forgetting all these guys' names. Uh, Bill? Is it Bill? No, it's not
Bill.
Bill.
Yes. Or Billy.
It's Bill, right?
Tim.
Billy.
Oh, Tim.
Tim,
Uh,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it. I know it was a 3-letter something. Tim talking to his boss, and he's pretty much starting to show some balls now, and he's telling his boss, like, listen, Apex is lying. There's nothing over there. If we go there, it's to Antarctica, and they're actually going to this destination. I kind of like the fact that the boss was like, all right, well, you know, if I back you up on this, you got to be sure, or else it's both our asses. So I was like, okay, at least the boss is kind of, falling in line. He's not one of those stupid ass. No, you got to go and do what Apex tells you to do. So I was at least
Exactly.
happy with that.
Hmm. Same. I like what I absolutely love what they're doing with Tim this season. How they're developing him.
Hmm.
And like we said, like he's been growing a spine with more and more act with each episode, it seems.
Yep,
Mhm.
100%. And we get to
Yeah.
the part where they're in the helicopter, and Kate decides to have the conversation, and she's pretty much telling them that she heard some songs and she could. And I was just like, oh no, they're gonna do this connection thing,
Mhm.
and I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Because I don't like it.
With and just to make sure that I caught it all, let me just get that question one more time. Just to make sure I got it.
Yeah, it was Kate with the connection because she's talking about how she hears the songs and like the beginning of the connection starting.
Mm,
What do you think about that?
I know we touched on that briefly last week, and with that being a possibility, and it looks like we were pretty spot on. I don't know if I like the whole psychic link thing, um, with her having a connection to um, the Titans. I don't think I like stuff like that. It just for whatever reason to me it just seems very cheap. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. And they're gonna they're gonna turn it into a plot convenience by the end of this
Yeah.
season. It's gonna be used to solve whatever type of problem they find themselves in
Hmm.
ultimately, and I don't think I like that.
Same here. Because it
Mhm.
seems to me like it's going to be like a kind of like, oh, well, the Titan's not bad. She just wants her babies, and I can talk to her and communicate with her. And that's how they probably going to get her back to that little realm or whatever by her communicating with it. And if they do this, because I'm like, we got to see Kong fight that thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for, you know?
exactly. Yeah, that's what yeah, yeah, I don't like that. Like I don't like it, it's so tacky to me.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And I
Mhm.
think they may still do it, right? They may still make Kong and the Titan fight, but then she's gonna do something to stop the fight by talking to the Titan and be like, no, no, right? You know what I mean? Like some bull crap like that, and it's just gonna like, okay, you just completely ruined this show with that. Now,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken, though, they did do something like that in the movie, right? In one of the movies where that little girl had like a connection to one of them or some crap like that. Am I correct? Am I
I
remembering that correctly?
Yeah, in was that in Godzilla vs Kong, the first one?
Or the second one, I
Or the
think, because I
second
don't
one
think
it
it was
might.
Skull Island. Yeah, I think it
No,
was
no,
the
no, no,
second.
no. You're right. I think you're right. I think it was the second one. Yep. I think you're absolutely right.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And they did something with that little girl and the connection, and I was just like, okay, no, I don't want them to continue this stuff. It just annoys me.
Mhm.
We get to Kate and her brother, and they're having a conversation, and it looks like they're getting back on track, right? Because he's saying, oh, it doesn't mean he didn't love us the same way. And I'm like, okay, they're getting back on track.
Mhm.
But the end happens, and you know that's going to be a fractured relationship now, right? She,
Exactly.
he's gonna blame her for her father's death.
Yep.
So another foreshadowing on here that's like, oh yeah, okay, everything is all hunky dory, but it's not.
Hmm.
Now, they have a plan to where they're going to put one of those neural inhibitors inside of the Titan, and they're doing it by droning it, and they're talking about having that conversation here. Now, did you think it was going to work?
I thought it was gonna fall flat on its face.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Hmm.
thought at least it was going to maybe work for a minute or two, but it didn't even work at all. And we're going to get into that too, because I thought at least that part of it was cool. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
we humans are stupid in these movies, bro.
Oh,
Like,
totally,
you know what
totally.
I mean?
Like. There's times where I'm sitting there like, come on, dude.
Facts.
Hmm.
Facts. Like, just kill these things. Like, what are we doing here about you want to try and control them? Anytime we try to
Control.
control something, it never works.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Jurassic Park movies do not exist in this universe. So, you know.
Facts. And
But
we get to the scene. I think I'll give it a little shot here because I think me and you both saw the same thing on this scene. So let's play it
mhm.
out while they're having a conversation.
Where'd all the people go? They moved on after Monarch moved in. I guess living under a microscope didn't appeal to them.
And the Titan comes
Right
back
there.
here.
If our
Yeah,
recently acquired research into Randall is correct, with Titan X on the loose, it
did
should
not
return
notice
to
that
Santa Soledad.
But why?
Same
previously.
here.
What?
Not
Same here.
mad
And
at it.
me neither. I was like, can we get another view? Can we get another shot? You know? So hopefully we get to see more of that because it was definitely interesting to see. But then we get their plan. They get into this little hut. And while they're in the hut, they find some of Billy's stuff there. Billy is the father, right? Yes,
Yeah.
Billy. So they find some of Billy's stuff there. And then she breaks down and starts crying. And Shaw tries to say, like, condole her, and then the son, of course, gets upset and walks out, and she follows him. And again, this is more the soap opera where it's like, okay, can we get over this now? You are a grown ass man, and you still acting like you're a 16-year-old teenager. Like, it just
Yeah,
annoyed
like
me.
man up.
Facts.
Mhm.
At this point, facts, man up. You got your mom back, right? And your mom looks absolutely younger than you. So the
Yep.
fact that you got your mom back, you should be happy at that at least. But no, he has this conversation.
Hmm.
What I wrote in that letter.
We don't have to talk about it.
Yes, we do. Whatever you think that letter means, I need you to know I loved your father. With all of my heart.
Well, not all of it.
I chose to be with Billy. I wanted us to be a family.
When I read that letter, I was filled with anger.
So they have that conversation, and she's pretty much telling. You see, she's telling him, "Yes, I made a mistake, but I still loved Billy. But you left your first wife and completely left her and
Hmm.
the daughter for another woman. Like, you can't even judge me, bro."
Yeah, you know, and and yeah, he. Plus, on top of that, like you said, he's being very juvenile. Like he's being an
Yeah.
angsty kid about it, like an angsty,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, like an angsty teen. Um,
100%.
yeah, and plus, not only that, he's really rubbing her nose in it,
Mm-hmm.
which,
Facts.
like we said, his behavior, yeah, what she did was pretty bad, but look at you, dude.
Facts.
Mhm.
Facts, 100%. You know what I mean? But he does say that now he knows that Billy didn't leave because of him, and
That I wasn't his own flesh and
Mhm.
blood. That he didn't really love me.
It's not true.
okay, so this isn't a part where he has the revelation yet. Not yet.
So, reading that letter and
Yeah, this is it.
finally understanding that I wasn't the one who disappointed him. In a way, you lifted weight off my shoulders.
Now, this conversation had me 100% for sure saying, oh, yeah, he's going to die. He's not
Yep.
passing this episode. You know what I mean? Because they always do that in these movies where the person has their final loving moment where it's like, oh, let's have this conversation and let's hash out all our problems. And then they die. And that's exactly what I seen in this scene. I was like, okay, foreshadowing his death. I get it.
Mhm. They
100%.
ticked pretty much all the boxes.
Facts. Facts. And then he gets a call. They flash back to the past. And then he's telling him about all the stuff that Billy has. And he decides that he's going to go back. Now, this part here, they're chasing the Titan, or the Titan's following them, going back to the island. And
Making time. We gotta tell Shaw.
says we gotta tell Shaw. So we get back to the island, and Shaw, they decide to take a plan where they're going to stop the try to stop the drone from launching. But before they're doing this, Claire says,
I get that, but I still need to recompile the new module and make sure the interface doesn't bottleneck.
That sounds super important. The thing is, just got confirmation Titan is inbound. He'll let our locale in 16 minutes. So, let's not make perfect the enemy of good.
Perfect is our only option.
It's now or never. Let's go.
again, another part where it's like, okay, so now we know that this isn't going to work because she has to configure it and she doesn't have the time to do it. So I was just like, man, the things that they were doing in this show kind of like had me pissed off. You know what I mean? But I guess it's a show, so you got to expect that, right? But I didn't like none of this. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of it, just considering what they're dealing with, it just seems so. And I'm fine with suspending disbelief, but even within the bounds of this show, it just seems very improbable.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Yeah,
It really does.
just kind of thinking about it, I'm like, that'll never work. Come on.
And sure enough, we get to find out that it doesn't work. But before that, they decide they're going to launch, so they evacuate the whole spot. Oh, no, wait. They call her. They see her, and they call her over. Her name's May, actually.
Hey.
That's it, May.
Okay, I had it wrong.
Yeah, me too. It's okay. Trust me, it takes me about 2 or 3 seasons to remember people's names, eh? I've always been bad with names, and especially in these shows, like it's I don't remember.
Because I feel like the work that we're doing could prevent another G-Day. We've made incredible progress. We'll be able to control them.
Progress. May, it's barbaric is what it is.
Who gets to control them, Brenda? Her boss. Do you hear how naive you sound right now?
I sound naive. Jesus Christ, Kate, we're trying to do something good.
Stay out of the way.
Another part, I was like, I can't stand Kate, but at this point, I'm like, I don't know if I can stand May either. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? Go ahead.
Yeah, like what are you doing? And just this whole character shift for her is just really abrupt. It just feels odd.
100%. You know, you went from, you know, being with Monarch and deciding you want to help them and we got to make sure. And now it's like, oh, no, we're doing something good. And you're so trusting of what you're seeing happen over there when you've already had a bad experience with them already, you know? And for me, it's funny, too, because I had a bad experience with like a phone company one time. And no matter what kind of deal they offered me, I would never go back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going back to something where I had a bad experience with. I'd rather pay a higher price where I know I'm getting at least what I asked for, a good customer service, than to go back to something that was like trash. And that's exactly
Totally.
what she's doing.
Totally.
And that's
Yep.
exactly what she's doing. So annoying, right? So she ends
Definitely
up
agree.
leaving and they have a conversation where it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go attack it now. And they do it, but she tells him, Scarabs. Okay, that's what they're called.
Everybody back inside! Run! I want you to lose it, boss.
Go.
Time to light the scandal.
So they launch it right before he's able to stop them from doing it, which, of course, like, okay, makes sense. But we get a cool scene where the Titan comes up.
Let me see. All right.
And of course, nobody. Okay, so his leg is hurt from this part. Okay, makes kind of sense now. Nobody notices that she's gone until, you know, they get back in the house and they look at his leg and he's like, "Oh, Kate's out there." And then the father, of course, tries to go out and save her. What are your thoughts on this scene and the Titan in this scene?
Yeah, that basically solidified the whole psychic link thing with her
Yeah.
and how her nose started bleeding and you know, I don't like it, man, let me tell you. But it was definitely a cool shot. Like the way that it was framed, just from a technical standpoint, the way that it was framed, really like the color grading of this scene, just from a technical standpoint. Like I loved the look of this scene, the particular setting as well.
Absolutely.
So I'll give them their flowers there. But I at this point in time, I'm like, yeah, this monster is about to catch a body. It's about to be someone.
Bruh, I was so hoping that it would have ate Kate right there. You know what I mean?
You know how I feel about Kate, so I'm right there with you.
We would have got a
Right there
nice
with you.
like deep blue sea scene where she's standing there thinking everything's okay and it just chomps her and eats
Chomps
her up.
her?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been perfect. She
I
should
w- I
have
w-
been. Go ahead.
I would have been cool with it. I would have been all for it.
Yeah, she should have been the one to die. We see the drone coming in, and it snaps at the drone. But you see, this is what I'm saying. It's like right now, it's like okay, now she's like looking at it. It's looking at her, and you could tell by the blue that it's not angry, I guess, right? Because it turns red after they drop the drone on her or whatever the thing.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's good right now, and you know she's whatever communication she's having with it. I don't know if she's having one, if she's in a trance or whatever. But it seems like she's in some sort of trance. You know what I mean? Like where she can't stop herself from doing what she's doing. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, she seemed very yeah, like exactly like you said, in a trance. Almost almost lobotomized.
Facts. Now this is a nice shot where they show it from the side.
That was cool.
Yeah, it really was. That shit is fire.
Yeah, that was dope.
And you know, I'm okay. Like this is a show where you're not gonna get like movie type of, you know, fighting all the time with Titans going crazy and all that. So you're gonna get it
Mhm.
sporadically throughout the series, and I'm okay with that as long as when you do it, you give us some nice, good shots like that, right? Like
Yeah.
hopefully the Kong fight, if they do fight, is gonna be a fire fight, which will be like, okay, I mean, that'll probably make the series just that much better for me. You know what I mean?
Totally. Absolutely. But yeah, like I love the probably now now that you mention it, one of my favorite things about this show is um from a visual standpoint, just the setup of the scenes. I really like I really like a lot of the set designs. Did my volume go out? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. No. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. I really like the set designs. I like the way that it's shot. You know, they really do a good job there.
Yeah.
I really, I'm really really fond of the look of the show. I think if you can really hook me from a technical and aesthetic standpoint, that's half the battle there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and they've always done a good job with that.
Agreed. Agreed. And I love the way, like you said, everything looks visually, right? I mean, some of the story, especially for this episode, is kind of like, but you kind of make up for it when you do scenes like this. And then even when um,
No.
they send this thing on it, right? Let's bring it back a little bit. You see the eyeball, it has two like eyeballs in one
Mhm.
socket, like two pupils, and the way it like connected to. Now this is the where I was like, okay, now we 100% know she has a connection to it because she starts to feel its pain, right?
Yep.
So they're gonna probably say next episode, oh, I can feel when it's calm, I can feel when it's in pain, and I can feel when it's anger and stuff like that, and that's where it's just gonna like start to lose me if they go too far with that.
Yeah, that like I said, man, that's exactly what I'm fearing, and it seems like it's coming to fruition, unfortunately.
Facts, 100%. Now, another cool scene was find out obviously that it's not working and it's pretty much shutting down everything like the Titans muscles and stuff.
No. No, wait. The Titan has so many neurons. The feedback loop is causing massive data spikes. I told you that I needed more time.
Stop whining about time. Pull it together, Cora.
I told you that we couldn't scale the program to something this big.
Fix it now.
Are you kidding me? The whole thing is gonna crash.
Like we didn't know that was gonna happen, right?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
what the Titan does to get away from it, which was kind of cool, is let me see. You see, bring it back a little bit more.
We're gonna have to run.
So all the little scarabs are rushing towards it. Now I thought they were gonna try and take it out, but they end up ripping off the whole tentacle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to do that. Yeah,
We gotta run.
And then they show it. And they show it rip off there with it there. I thought that was pretty cool. I said, okay, it makes sense. I prefer that than, to have them just pull it out, but that was cool.
yeah, unexpected too. Yeah.
And the tentacle ends up flying, hitting the ground where they all have to run. But now we see that the Titan is extremely upset because it turns red. Actually, let's go back to this part because there's a part with the mom, right? Where she's kind of like realizing that it didn't work now.
Yep. About right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have to evacuate.
Brenda.
We have to evacuate.
Evacuate!
See, like she can't even get the words out properly. Now, I'm hoping it's because she's concerned that it failed and not because maybe she's going to lose her job or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of her losing her fearing she could lose her job, and they might have, this is going to have big repercussions
Facts.
from a potentially global standpoint.
Facts, 100%.
Like this is bad. She's like, oh crap, I screwed up. That's the read I got from it.
Yep, absolutely. Now this guy, you could tell he's doing some shady shit because he picks up a few things and he sneaks out and he is just gone. They show him driving away in the car, so he's up to something.
We're not going down with the ship. Let's go.
And then we'll get to the Titan part, right? Because we see that the Titan is red now, right?
Yep.
So that's where I'm going to kind of think like the Titan's not really a bad Titan. It's only defending its scarab babies and itself, right? Because usually it was just blue, going to where it did, looked at the girl, didn't do nothing, and now it's red and upset. So I think that's kind of where they're going to go with this Titan towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely, I could see that for sure.
Which kind of upsets me because I want to see Kong and it have a fight, but hopefully we get to see that. But then we get to see they go over here and she's like, Dad, she picks up her dad. And we see he's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. There was something about this scene. Oh, okay, there he is.
Okay. Are you okay?
Because they did this whole thing with the scene, and I'm like, okay, she tells him to get help. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, because I didn't see that part where he ran off, right? And they're doing the whole scene where the father's dying and they're singing to him and everything. And through the whole scene, I'm like, yo, where the hell's Kentaro? But I didn't realize that he went off to get help. But then again, Monarch didn't reach there yet, so who are you going to get help from?
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Like, where are you going?
You know what I mean? Apex ain't going to help you, right? They've been trying to stop you this whole time. So Apex ain't going to help you. So where are you going to get help from? But he runs off, and then they have this, 5-minute death scene, which kind of dragged on a little bit to me. You know what I mean? But he does die. What are your thoughts on his death?
Well, first and foremost, I definitely agree. It went on, way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Trinity's death and Matrix Revolutions go on forever,
Facts.
but they could have kind of cut down on that. I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if I found it impactful per se, just because whenever I see something coming from the beginning, I'm just kind of like, let's just get to it. So I didn't it didn't really have too much emotional impact for me. Maybe that's because I've been kind of neutral on the character the entire season. So I'm like, so I guess when it happened, man, I was like, well, I saw it coming. Whatever, let's move on.
Yeah, me too. I think it would have been more impactful if it was Shaw, you know what I mean? Like someone was like, oh, you're not expecting them to die and they die, Shaw or May or something like that. I would have been like, okay, but it was the father. And I was just like, oh. I mean, I wasn't really invested in his character throughout the show that much anyway, so his death doesn't really affect me in any type of way, you know what I mean? Like, okay, well, the father's dead, so that's fucked up. But then we have this, like I said, this whole death scene, took 10 minutes of the whole show. And then Monarch comes in there. And as Monarch comes back, that's when Kentaro, whatever his name is, comes back. And he finds out that his father didn't make it. But it ends with him giving Kate a look. right there. Like, this is your fault. He went after to save you. This is your fault. And I think they're going to have a very bad relationship for the next couple of episodes.
Absolutely. Because I kind of yeah, I got that vibe too. Because yeah, she was standing out there forever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
and
so-
he went out to save her, and because of that, she's gonna say, "Oh, if you didn't do that, he wouldn't have died." And if you know what I mean, like she's gonna be another. So she already left because she felt blamed for bringing the Titan to this world. Now I have a feeling we're gonna get even more whiny Kate because the father's died, and her brother is gonna blame her.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of, man. Exactly what I'm afraid of.
That shit'll annoy me, man. That'll annoy me. But I'm hoping that next episode was a little bit better than this. What would you give this one for your grade?
Just because it is, you know, when it comes to shows like this, I'm in all the way or not at all. So I'd give it a now. You know, watch it. You know, if you're watching the series anyway, you're pretty much
Yeah.
gonna have to. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So like I said, I'm just looking for a sufficient payoff at this point in time.
Facts.
So I'm like come on, you know, just stick the landing, just do it in a satisfactory enough way.
Absolutely. And if you want to give us a Kong fight, give us a Kong fight, and it ends with a stalemate where whatever. I just want to see Kong fight this thing, and it has to be a good fight. All right. I don't want no little 2-second fight. Like, give us a fight that's gonna at least span a whole episode. Right? If these two are gonna fight, give us a fight that's gonna span a whole episode, and I'll be okay with that. And then whatever else you do, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? But at least we got that. So I'm gonna give it a now too, because obviously you gotta watch it as a part of the series. But this is an episode that you probably could skip and wouldn't really miss anything, right? All you would need to do is watch the recap, and you would know everything you need to know about this episode, because other than that, nothing really happens. So, but yeah, so we both gave it a now, but I'd give it, let's say, out of the alphabet, I'm gonna give it a B. Right? It's not an A episode or anything like that. It's definitely a B. But again, guys, the show is really good, right? I know a lot of people are like, oh, you sound like you don't like it. No, we like the show. It's just some shows, there's times where it kind of doesn't hit, and this was one of those episodes that did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of like, I didn't hate the episode, but it definitely kind of stalled out for me.
Yeah, 100%. And it kind of, for me, and I'll say it too, like the latest episode of Invincible stalled out on me too. I was not a fan of that episode either. You know, I was like, what does this have to do with the whole story? I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I was just like, did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay. It was basically like a side quest.
Yeah, 100%. Like in the middle of the story, just a side quest. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the I can give it some goodwill because Bruce Campbell had one of the guest star voices on it. So
yeah,
anything with Bruce Campbell is cool.
100%, 100%. But that's how I felt about these two episodes. Kind of like episodes that, you know, you need to watch them because they're part of the series, but at the same time, you don't miss anything if these were episodes that you missed out. So, Brandman, tell the people where they can find you one last time, sir.
Absolutely, man. You can find us in YouTube under Spoiler Kings. You can also find us on Facebook, same name, Spoiler Kings, and on Instagram you can find us under Spoiler Kings Review.
Absolutely, 100%. I am Bigger Forward Entertainment. Stay tuned a little bit later. We will be doing the From Watch Party. But other than that, man, make sure to come back next week where we talk about episode 6 of Monarch. I appreciate you coming on again, once again, Brandman, and thank you.
Absolutely.
Peace, guys. We out.
See you guys.
Okay. Gotta get out of my head, gotta get out of my bed. Gotta stop worrying about all my problems and focus on finding solutions instead. Change up the vision, been on a mission to count on my blessings instead of my bread. I've been addicted to better in every component I know I control for I'm dead. Finally figure I've been that. If I'm talking, I'm making an impact. If it's hate on the way, then I skip that. If I said it, you know that I meant that. And in fact, I won't be throwing no stones, rather be setting the tone. Oh man, I gotta get it, I'm grown, even if it's on my own. Oh man, enemies trying to get rid of me, tendencies that'll turn kin to the enemy. Pretend to be with the team, here's my remedy. Focus on me and the things God getting me. Seeds planted, grow my entities, been going hard. The intensity, how that work out?